Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night and wondered why your own mind feels like a stranger? The simple act of speaking to yourself isn't a sign of madness. It's a powerful tool that sharpens your intellect, calms your emotions, and anchors your confidence. But what happens when your own biology starts telling a different story about your past? If you find your mind racing at 3 a.m., refusing to shut down, psychologists suggest your subconscious might be tethered to another person's thoughts. It's as if your energy is holding space for someone else's dream. Young men often believe they are the stoic ones, yet research shows they develop emotional attachments far more rapidly than women do. But a lack of sleep isn't just about being tired. For younger individuals, consistently missing those crucial hours of rest is a direct pipeline to irritability and depression, rewiring the brain's patience center. How you curl up at night reveals the burdens you carried as a child. Tucking your knees tight to your chest isn't just about comfort, it's a fetal position, often a subconscious echo of a need for safety that went unfulfilled long ago. And what about your temper? If the smallest inconvenience sends you into a rage, it's rarely about the inconvenience. It's a silent alarm, a signal that your emotional reserves are depleted and you are starving for validation. The remedy is disarmingly simple. Use a person's name. It's the sweetest sound to their ears, a subconscious key that unlocks liking and trust. Try this experiment. Pinch your nose and take a bite of an apple, then a tomato, then an onion. Your taste buds can't tell the difference. It's proof that your senses are easily fooled by your expectations. There is a common fear that solitude is the first step toward insanity, but choosing to stand alone is often the first step toward knowing who you truly are. Hand someone a brand new pen and ask them to write the first word that comes to mind. In nearly every case, they will write their own name. It's a reflexive act of self-definition, a subconscious declaration of I exist. Highly intelligent people crave this solitude. Their minds are so active internally that external noise becomes a burden. But be wary of the sudden silence from a friend. If they stop talking to you directly, it rarely means they've stopped talking about you. If you want to occupy someone's thoughts for an entire day, the secret isn't a grand gesture. It's timing. Whisper something meaningful to them right as they are drifting off to sleep. Their subconscious will replay it all night long. There are habits we consider simply bad manners, like picking at your nose, that psychologists link to deeper anxiety disorders, compulsive behaviors rooted in stress. And if your child spends hours gazing at the horizon, don't interrupt them. They aren't zoning out. They are building a romantic and deep mind, mapping the infinite. When you look in the mirror, you aren't seeing what others see. You see a reversed version of yourself. In reality, you are statistically more attractive to others than you are to yourself. So why do we judge so harshly? Studies show the first thing people judge isn't your face, it's your shoes. That choice you made at the doorway speaks louder than your smile. If you can't sit still, if your hands and feet are in constant motion, it's not just energy, it's a signal of a restless mind, often teetering on the edge of anxiety. Friendships that form in a flash often burn out just as fast. The people who latch onto you immediately are statistically the ones most likely to sever the tie without warning. And if you still find yourself talking about a past love, your heart hasn't actually moved on. The story isn't over for you. Have you ever tried to walk a perfectly straight line without thinking about it? If you struggle, it might indicate a disconnect between your perception of reality and the ground beneath your feet, a trait found in magical thinking disorders. People who hate being interrupted aren't controlling. They are often the most dedicated workers. They value the flow state. And when a loved one visits you in a dream, it isn't random. The belief is that they were thinking of you so intensely before sleep, they projected themselves into your subconscious. Your brain hits its peak processing power between 5 and 7 p.m. It's the golden hour for decision-making and creativity. And for women, the deep resonance of a man's voice isn't just aesthetic, it subconsciously signals confidence, dominance, and genetic fitness. A sharp sense of smell correlates with a sharper brain. Your olfactory nerves are directly wired to the memory centers. You don't just become what you think, you become what you habitually feel. The person who tries to make everyone happy is walking a tightrope without a net. The more they try to please, the more isolated they become, sacrificing their own needs until they are completely alone. People who give short, concise answers aren't being rude. They are often the most intelligent, filtering out the noise to give you the raw data. When you shake someone's hand and they don't let go, don't pull away. They are testing you, displaying a high level of confidence and control. Children who string sentences together early often possess superior long-term memory retention later in life. And never underestimate the power of a smile. It doesn't just change your mood, it chemically reduces your risk of heart disease and depression while boosting your energy reserves. If someone insults you, try this. Smile. Not sarcastically, but genuinely. According to psychological studies, that smile will cut deeper than any insult you could throw back. Emotionally sensitive people aren't weak. They are the strongest among us because they feel the weight of every connection. Being ignored by someone important to you triggers the same neural pathways as physical pain. Your brain can't tell the difference between a broken bone and a broken heart. But there is a flip side. Forgetting things, walking into a room and forgetting why, is not a sign of decline. It is a sign of a brain that is prioritizing high-level concepts over trivial details. Prolonged loneliness is a silent killer. The stress it creates is equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It eats away at your health from the inside out. So, show your love. But be careful. People have a tendency to devalue what they receive for free. Scarcity creates value even in relationships. If these insights resonated with you, make sure to hit that like button for Winds of Thought. Share this with someone who needs to hear it.